Yes, let's continue and learn. Let's learn from Dr. Charles Stanley. Okay? So, what are the sentences he used? What are the phrases he used? Let's learn them a little bit deeper and apply into our daily conversation. Okay? In a place, Dr. Charles Stanley said, in fact, that's about all they talk about. It means that's, in fact, that's about all they talk about. He said that, right? So, what does it mean? In fact, that's all about they talk about. What does it mean by that? It means they mostly talk about only one thing. About only one thing. They don't talk about anything, but they'll stick to one topic. For example, they don't talk about anything else. For example, if you are good at swimming, all you do is you talk about swimming all day and you do not talk anything else. So that's how you can say, you know, that's all about I talk about. Like, let's break down that phrase. So in here, he said, in fact. In fact is like actually to emphasize the truth. For example, if someone says, you are the one who protected that girl from swimming pool. And you say, in fact, I don't know how to swim. How can I protect? How can I save her? Yes. So, in fact, that's the truth where you don't know swimming. And that's about all. That's about all is almost everything they talk about. Only one thing. That's about all. All day they talk about swimming. That's about all. That's what they talk about. And they talk about means what they discuss, what they speak about. They talk about, or you can say, I talk about education all day. I talk about values with my children. I talk um, my family every day. I talk about my kids every day, like that. Okay. Let's see. Let's observe some examples. Okay. They love cricket. In fact, that's all about they talk about because they love cricket and that's all they talk about and they don't gossip about other people or they don't um, get fights or something like that. They only talk about cricket because that's what they love. They talk only the most about mostly about cricket. Okay? Yes. Okay. Now here we have discussed it already, right? Now let's see and let's see some similar expressions. Okay? So that's how they start their day, their usual morning routine. Like, that's the way he handles stress, means how he deals with stress. You know, that's how they start the day, means their usual morning routine. For example, you know, that's how they start their day by, doing exercise, right? By doing, or, that's how they start their day by drinking coffee every day, right? And next one is that's the way he handles stress, right? How he handles his stress is, by listening to music. By listening to music, he handles stress. That's the way he handles the stress. And that's the way he studies, her method of studying. Someone like, studying out loud. Someone like studying, you know, silent just by looking at the book, right? That's the way she studies. Means that's her method of studying. That's her style, right? That's how we do it. Means our method of doing something. For example, if someone comes to you and says, "That's not the way to do it," and you say, "That's how I do it." That's how we do it. So, like that. That's the way it works. Means that's how it functions or happens, right? If someone says, comes and says, "Oh, my, I think this is working so weird." This is, I feel like this is so bad functionality. And you say, that's the way it works. If you want it, you can just take it. If not, just leave. Okay? These are really very similar expressions that we went through. Please practice them. That's how they start their day. And that's the way he handles stress. That's the way he studies. That's how we do it. That's the way it works. Please practice them so that you will master. So here are some more sentences here. Let's practice together. They begin their mornings with prayer. Right? The way they begin their mornings, the first thing they do is praying. They begin their mornings with prayer. So, or you can use this way, I begin my mornings with breakfast, right? Or I begin my mornings by looking at my phone. That's the way you begin your morning. And she always drinks green tea after lunch. She always, that's the way she relaxes in the afternoon. She always drinks green tea after lunch. Means after completing her lunch, she has a habit of drinking green tea. Okay? And we meet at the same restaurant every weekend. That's how we spend our, Saturdays. Like, we meet at the same restaurant every week. That's how we spend our, Saturdays. We meet at the same restaurant every weekend. Yeah? Please repeat after me. And he checks his email first thing in the morning. Means immediately he wakes up and he looks at his email because that's the way he starts his day, by looking at his phone. Right? He checks his email first thing in the morning. Or you can say, the first thing I do in the morning is getting up from my bed. Right? The first thing you do. And then you snooze the alarm. Right? Next. They take a walk after dinner. They take a walk after dinner. Means that's how they end their evenings, by going for a walk, right? They take a walk after dinner. Or you can say, I go for a walk in the morning. Or they take a walk after dinner. Or I go for walks in the night after having my dinner. Like that. Next, there's a tip in here, practice tips. So try your own sentences starting with, that's the way that's how my family, that's the way my friends. Please practice, you know, uh, speaking with these phrases. That's the way I speak, or that's how my family is. That's the way my friends are, you know, like that. You do not have to tell me. I know about my friends, and that's the way my friends are. Good. Now, and also, Charles Stanley has said in the video, I can't wait to get off of work. Means I'm very excited or eager for work to finish. If you use this expression, I can't wait to get off of work, it means that you're really eagerly wanting to end the day. I can't wait is something I'm excited, eager, looking forward to something. I can't wait for my birthday. I can't wait for my college to start. It means I'm so excited to go to college. I can't wait to see my mother. Like that, when you are so excited, can use this. To get off of work, to finish work and be free, usually at the end of the day. To get off to work, to get off of work. Get off is something to finish, like, to finish, to be set free, to get off of work. I can't wait to get off of work. Okay? Here is example. It's been such a long day. I can't wait to get off of work and go home. You can use this expression. It's really very useful. The person is tired and excited to leave their job for the day because he's he's done for the day and he's ready to call it a day, and yes, he just wants to leave. If you can see similar expressions, I'm counting down the minutes until work ends means I'm waiting for the last minute. I'm so ready to done. I'm so ready to be done with work. Means, oh my god. I'm so ready. I'm so ready that until it finishes, I'm just waiting for it. I'm so ready to just go out of my work. I can't wait to clock out. Means I can't wait to clock out. I just want the day to be over. Like you're so um tired and you just wanted the day to be completed. I just want the day to be over. Oh my god, today is really a long day. Like that. Let's see. And the one more expression that Charles Stanley has used is the phrase, what I notice is. So, what I notice is to, introduce an observation or something you have realized or seen. It comes before, sharing your opinion or something that seems important, right? I have observed that Chile is going to that market every day. I observed that. I have realized this. After watching her album, I have realized that she was so beautiful when she was young. Yes? Let's see. In here. It's the same. What I notice is means what I observe is, right? So let's look at some examples and we'll master that phrase. What I notice is that she always helps others without being asked. You are pointing out her helpful nature, that she's so kind. And what I notice, what I observe is that she helps everyone without they asking for it. Please practice that sentence. What I notice is that she always helps others without being asked. Good job. And what I notice is how quiet he becomes in meetings. You have observed his behavior in meetings. Like, when he gets into the meetings, he's so focused and he becomes really very quiet. He doesn't speak much in the meetings, right? And what I notice is that everyone is tired by Friday afternoon because that's the end of the day and that's end of the weekend. You are describing a common pattern because we work for 5 days a week and then that's how our weekend starts. So what I notice is everyone is tired by Friday afternoon. Good. What I notice is improvement in your writing. Means you are giving a positive observation. What I observe is you are getting really beautiful day by day. What I observe, is what I notice is you are really a focused person. Yeah. What I notice is you are really a kind person. That's how you practice those sentences, make them and use them in your daily life. Let's observe some similar phrases instead of what I noticed is. You can also say, I observed that. It seems to me that. One thing I have noticed is. I couldn't help but notice. Okay? These are the phrases that you could use. Okay? Let's look at the different phrase where Charles Stanley was using. The sentence he used is, they don't do a very good job at what they are doing while they are there. This phrase is, they are not working well or effectively while they are present. Even though they are present, They're not giving their best. Airplanes probably work or an event. Even though they are physically there, their performance is poor. Let's break it down. So in here, he said they don't do a very good job. So they are not performing well. So if someone is not performing well, you can just say he don't do a very good job. You can just say he don't do a very good job. His performance is so low. Um, Next one is at what they are doing in the task or work they are assigned, right? At what they are doing, right? Means in the task they are assigned. While they are there means while they are there means during the time they are at that place. Yeah. Please go and ask for help while they are there means while they are present at that place, please go and ask. Go and ask for help. Please practice these. They don't do a very good job at what they are doing. Um, while they are there. These are really good phrases that you could use, and you will become a native speaker, with all these sentences. While they are there means while they are present at that time. You know, you need to care your parents while they are there means while they are present with you, right? Next, rephrase. Let's do it. They are not very effective when they are there means when they are present they are not that effective, they are not very effective when they are there, you know even though they show up, they don't put much effort into their work, right? Even though they come to office, they don't put much effort into their work. They are present but they don't do their job properly. Their performance isn't great while they are on duty, right? Even though they are on duty, even though they don't work, there is no much difference, right? See, let's in an example in a conversation. If someone said, "Do they help much during the meeting?" Not really. They don't do a very good job at what they are doing while they are there. Even though they are there in the meeting, they don't do a very good job. So it's not going to make much difference. Okay, please practice those sentences. And the next phrase where Charles Stanley has used is, "I can see them slacking off on Fridays." What does it mean? I noticed that they are not working seriously or being lazy on Fridays. They are not working seriously. They are being lazy on Fridays. And here, I can see them as I observe, I notice their behavior. Slacking off is something not working hard, being lazy or careless. This is really a good word, slacking off. Slacking off is something not working hard. Yeah? Yes. Slacking off is not very good thing. Now, I can see them slacking off on Fridays. They leave early, chat a lot, and avoid real work. Yeah, I can see them slacking off on Fridays. All they do is leave early, chat, and avoid real work. Let's see the similar phrases. They tend to take it easy on Fridays, means they don't pay much attention to the work that has been assigned. They tend to take it easy on Fridays. Okay? They stop putting in effort at the end of the week. Fridays are when they start slacking, being lazy and not working hard. It's like they are already in weekend mode. It's Monday, but it's like they are already in weekend mode.